In this video, I go over all 59 legendary weapons and armor in Palworld. I also will show you the different ways to obtain them from world bosses to dungeons and even some of the newly added NPCs. But before we jump into all the legendary weapons and armor, let's check out this legendary server provider, Indifferent Broccoli. Indifferent Broccoli is the best server hosting provider as it's super simple to set up. All you have to do is create an account and pick the best region for you. Now you can decide how many players you want to play with. This can range from 4 all the way up to a whopping 32 players. With the players selected, click Launch 2-day free trial and your server will be up and running ready for you and your friends to start playing together. All this is done without any bank details required, so go ahead and give this server a try today. You can even head to their Discord to get unlimited support, whether this is for help setting up mods or have any other questions, they have you covered as their support is live 24/7. The link to Indifferent Broccoli is in the description below. When it comes to schematics, there's a total of 6 different ways to obtain them. These methods are open world chests, dungeons, the new NPCs, open world bosses, supply drops, and oil rigs. Starting off with the open world chests, I will just quickly go through all the biomes and their drops. You can pause the video at any time to have a longer look. Starting off with the grass biome, which is located around the south part of the map. As you head north, you will come across the forest biome, which drops a bunch of the new makeshift weapons and even a compound bell. To the left side of the map, you can find the volcano where you can obtain yourself a bunch of metal armor. Going northeast, you will find the desert, which is similar to the volcano drops, but here you will find the SMG instead. Going northwest, you will come across the snow biome. This area is where you can find your refined metal armor and a bunch of good weapons. Over at the Sakurajima Island, the drops are pretty much the same as the snow biome, but here they have slightly higher drop rates. For the last island, we have Faybreak, which drops the best weapons and armor in the game, but as you can see, the drop rates are extremely low. For the last world chest location, we have the Wildlife Sanctuaries, which can drop all types of different loot. These are the same drops as you can receive from the forest dungeons. As you're traveling around Palworld, you will come across dungeons in all types of biomes. The first biome is grass, which drops all your starter items. Next is the forest biome, which is a slight upgrade from the beginning area as they include better weapons. Going southwest, things start to get hot as we enter the volcano, which is a great place for your refined metal armor. The desert biome to the northeast is pretty much the same as the volcano, but here we have slightly higher drop rates. To the northwest, we have the snow biome, which is a great upgrade from our last destination as we upgrade to Pal Metal Armor. For the Sakurajima Island, you can grab yourself the Plasteel Armor, which is the second best armor in the game. For the last dungeon destination, we have Faybreak Island, home to all the newly added Plasteel Armor and weapons. While you also travel around Palworld, you can find these messages of love. All you have to do is perform an emote in front of them to be rewarded with a random drop. In the grass area, you can get your starter gear, but with these NPCs, you can only do it once. In the forest area, you can obtain the new makeshift weapons, but they have an extremely low drop rate. Over at the Volcano Island, we have a chance to get some metal armor as well as some weapons. The desert offers the same as the volcano, but this time we can get the SMG. Moving on to the snow biome, we can obtain the refined metal armor, which is a slight upgrade. Sakurajima Island gives you access to the same armor, but now you have a chance for the assault rifle. Daybreak Island is the best as we can acquire the best weapons and armor in the game. You can come here at any level and try your luck. When traveling around Palworld, supply drops will fall from the sky. In the grass biome, you can find all these starter items. Over to the north is the forest biome where you can find all these drops. Heading northwest at the volcano island is where you will find your refined metal armor. Northeast of the map is the scorching desert, which will also drop refined metal armor but with different weapons. To the northwest is the snow biome, which gives you access to palmetal armor and even a rocket launcher. Sakurajima Island has the exact same drops as the snow biome. They even have the same drop rates. Now we have Faybreak, which drops all the new Hexalite armor apart from the lightweight armor. The only weapon dropped is the grenade launcher, but all these drops are extremely low. Moving on to the oil rigs, the first oil rig you will have access to is the level 30 oil rig located at 189 minus 287. Here you can find all your starter items. You can even find the newly added fire and poison crossbow in the greater chest. The next oil rig is the level 55 oil rig located southeast of the map at coordinates 580 minus 438. Here you will find the second best weapons and armor in the game, but with really low drop rates. You can even obtain the multi-guided missile launcher from the greater chests. Moving on to the level 60 oil rig located to the west of Faybreak Island, you will get access to the best weapon and armor in the game. In the greater chest, you can even find the plasma cannon, which only drops here. They also drop the same gear as the level 55 oil rig, but with better rates. Moving on to the open world bosses, which all have a 3% drop rate. Starting off, we have the old bow, which is dropped from King Packer at coordinates 50 minus 460. Next up is the cloth outfit, which is dropped by Chili at coordinates 172 minus 418. For the first headpiece, we have the feathered hairband, dropped by Penking at coordinates 114 minus 352. Moving on to the pelt armor, which is dropped by Other Robe at coordinates minus 53 minus 387. For the first ranged weapon, we have the crossbow, which is obtained from Bushy at coordinates minus 116 minus 491. For a slight upgrade, we get the musket, which is dropped by Quiven at coordinates minus 256 minus 131. Moving on to metal, you can get the metal armor from Elizabeth. You can find the cave entrance at coordinates 28 minus 182. For a better headpiece, you can get the metal helm, which is dropped by Warsect at coordinates 161 minus 223. For your first gun in the game, you can get the makeshift handgun, which is obtained from Fenglope. The entrance to the cave is at coordinates minus 252 minus 431. For the standard pistol, you can get the handgun from Beacon at coordinates minus 345 minus 253. For a powerful shot, you can obtain the single shot rifle off Verdash at coordinates 285 10. Next up is the refined metal helm, which is dropped by Menastin. The cave entrance is at coordinates 489.83. If you want more firepower, you can obtain the double barrel shotgun, which is dropped by Valet at coordinates 129 minus 50. Looking for heat protection? Then grab yourself the heat resistance refined metal armor from Astagon. The cave entrance is at coordinates minus 584 minus 415. You can find the cold resistance refined metal armor from Lively Noct. The cave entrance is at coordinates minus 147, 323. For a better shotgun, you can obtain the pump action shotgun from Suzaku at coordinates 404, 256. For one of my favorite weapons, you can get yourself an assault rifle, which is dropped by Blazimet. The entrance to the cave is at coordinates minus 439 minus 530. You can find the Palmetal helm from Frostallion at coordinates minus 357, 509. The heat and cold resistance Palmetal armor can be obtained from Necromus and Palladius at coordinates 447, 679. For the most powerfulest damage, you can obtain the rocket launcher from Jetragon at coordinates minus 789 minus 321. If you want the best rifle in the game, you can obtain the laser rifle from Frostallion Noct at coordinates minus 1082 minus 1320. Lastly, we have this heavy-hitting advanced bow, which is dropped by Azamane at coordinates minus 1106 minus 1315. For the very last legendary, we have Meowmere, which is actually a craftable item. For this, you will need Predator cores which drop from Rampaging Pals. Rampaging Pals spawn in certain locations around the map but have a random spawn chance. The higher level the area, the more cores they will drop, making it better to farm the higher levels. You can just fly in and out of an area to reset all the spawns, creating a chance for a Rampaging Pal to spawn. However, Kitson Flatterina, Lavanda, and Sootsir only spawn at night. I hope you enjoyed this legendary video and managed to obtain the items you need. If you enjoyed this, then you can click here to watch more of my Palworld videos, which will help you out with all your Palworld needs.